You are listening to Where is the Line? The stories you will hear will be depraved, disturbing, and true. If you are easily unsettled, you may find this program offensive. And if you are under the age of 18, fuck off.
Corns develop due to bone pressure against the skin. They are common on the tops and sides of the toes and on the balls of the feet. Corns can be hard and dry or soft and mushy. Common causes of corns are arthritis or poorly fitting shoes.
Everybody drinking blood, everybody eating brains. Some monster party. Everybody eating flesh, everybody breaking bones. It's some monster party.
Is this what a mug? I don't drink out of mugs.
I hate to interrupt your conversation about that mug that you're drinking out of, but welcome to episode 33 of Where is the Line? My name is Kevin, and with me today is someone who has the potential to ruin my well-being within the hour. Ashley.
I'm looking forward to that.
Say something disturbing, Ashley.
Shrimping.
Shrimping. When you hear the phrase shrimping, honk your horn. I have to admit to not knowing what shrimping meant until I had never heard that phrase before. Mm-hmm. And it came up, and then I
stopped it.
Well, I realized what it meant.
Yeah.
Because toes look like shrimp.
They sure enough do.
Oh, fuck. I've been dreading this for so long.
I hate shrimp, by the way. I worked in the seafood department.
But you like toes?
Yeah, toes are fine. I'm comfortable with bodies and body parts. And I don't think you are.
Well, no, I am comfortable with everything but feet. The reason I'm so upset, or not upset, but I feel like I'm about to get on a roller coaster. Mm-hmm. Like that feeling of like
anticipation.
Maybe I shouldn't do this. Ashley's gonna suck my toe.
My wife's here to witness this.
Anyway, I'm really glad that on the last episode I pulled out those fucking credentials of mine because I knew I shouldn't have done that. And then I say, we have the best research fucking ever. And then through 2 fucking episodes, I call paper cranes paper swans. What?
I just let you roll with it.
You did not.
No,
you
listen.
Didn't catch it.
Listen.
Did you catch it and not tell me you can't do that?
Listen. I should have. I have a friend that lived in Japan for years, and I should have reached out to her about that whole situation of the wife, Ouchie's wife, folding these cranes. Like, why would she have done that? Or swans, and then she would have corrected me on the crane part. But, I should have asked her about that.
Well, no, I knew the whole thing about, you fold 1,000 and all that. I mean, it was in the fucking book. I read the whole goddamn book, and they talked about the paper cranes all the way fucking through it. And then we come in here and start talking, and, and I'm thinking, and I remember thinking, before I said it, I remember thinking, swans doesn't sound right. And then I pulled up an image of a swan in my head and the paper cranes that Japanese people fold. And I was like, oh, well, yeah, it must be a swan. It just sounds wrong for some reason. And then I just never questioned it after that. I mean, I read the fucking book. It's not like I didn't read the book.
Right.
They talked about the paper cranes all through the book, and then I come on here and say paper swans, and I'm like, I got a master's degree. Be sure to tell us if we fuck anything up.
And
and I
fucking up.
Immediately. Yeah, they're paper cranes, not swans, right? Yes, I'm a fucking dumbass.
I don't know.
Oh, speaking of that episode, for both of those episodes, I have forgot to mention. So I had heard of Ouchie a long time ago.
Right.
But then I didn't think about it for a while. And a fan of the show, Chris Wisman, wrote in and was like, hey, you should do a show on Hisashi Ouchie. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you know what? That is a good idea, and that's what we're going to do. And I am going to mention you I'm going to give you a shout out at the beginning of the show. And then I fucking forgot it. And then it turned into a two-parter. And I sent Chris Winston a message that said, I'm going to shout you out on the next one. I'm super sorry. I forgot it the first time. And then I forgot it again.
Fucked it up.
Yeah. Sorry, Chris. He is, I've been feeling really bad about that. And he keeps messaging me, telling me to not feel bad about it and to not worry about it. Which has just made me worry about it more. While we're on the topic of forgetting things, I'm actually recording this the day after we recorded the episode because I, for whatever fucking reason, forgot to mention that we have some original art for this episode that was provided to us by a fantastic Birmingham, Alabama artist who goes by Wild Yam on Instagram. So if you're looking at the episode art, the person with their tongue stuck between some toes, the subject matter of that is clearly unsettling, but the art itself is fucking fantastic. So check out Wild Yam. There'll be a link to that Instagram in the show notes for this episode. We got a few patrons to mention.
Nice.
Before we get going here. Our new patrons are, and maybe the first two I might have actually mentioned the last time. I'm still fucking horrible at Patreon. But these are patrons, many of them new. Frey Previtt, Kay Sanche, Robert Vogel, who's from Huntsville, Alabama. And have you ever heard of the August Underground trilogy?
No.
Oh, it's usually listed as one of the more disturbing trilogies of all time in horror. It's horrible. But it is pretty fucking disturbing. I'm talking about like babies and barrels and shit. Anyway, the guy that directed that's named Fred Vogel. I don't know many people with the last name Vogel. I imagine Robert Vogel's not related to him. But if you are, Robert, let me know, because that'd be cool. Elia Cummins, Jenny White, and our last two did not provide their real names, hopefully. Our last two patrons are Chloe and Mungbean.
Nice.
I really hope that's not your real name, Mungbean. If it is, let me know and I'll come slap your mama. All right. Should we do it?
Let's go.
Let's do it. Adherents to the ridiculous philosophy of intelligent design have often pointed to the complexities of the human eye as being proof that our physical design comes straight from God, rather than from evolution. People who have read more than just one good book have sometimes argued against intelligent design by pointing out the senselessness of having one's genitals located in such close proximity to the butthole. So why are the parts that are needed for reproduction situated so near the orifices responsible for disposing of human waste? Why not pee and poop through the bottom of your foot?
What?
That would be a better design. You could just take your shoe off. And you don't have your butthole right next to where you get blowjobs and shit. You know? The truth is that the design of the human body is not now and has never been optimal. In my own personal opinion, nowhere on our physical selves is that more apparent than with our feet.
What?
I mean, yeah, feet are functional and useful in the form that we have them. But I would argue that humans could walk and balance just as well on an appendage of similar purpose, but with a far less hideous design. Today,
Your monologue's about fucking hating feet.
Today, we're going to talk a bit about the most vile of fetishes.
You're so stupid.
A fetish so deranged and depraved that just its mention is enough to give me chills.
I can't believe this.
If you're among those who claim to have never been disturbed by our show, today is the day. Not only will we be discussing a particular form of vile devilry known as the foot fetish.
Oh my gosh.
Also, at the end of this episode, I will do the unthinkable.
Oh my goodness.
I am going to let Ashley suck my toes.
It feels good to have your toes sucked, and it's so weird to me that you're so repulsed by feet. That's so strange to me. I mean, feet are just hands for your legs. I don't understand are you grossed out by hands?
No.
Why are feet so gross? They're not that gross.
My hands don't just spontaneously start stinking in the middle of the day. You know?
Okay. That's fair. Okay. I agree with that.
My hands are not made for treading upon the ground.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. I personally am not into some stinky feet licking. If I'm licking on some toes, you gonna wash them bitches before I suck on them. You know what I'm saying? No. So, I understand that some people do like the odor of feet. I am not one of those persons. Does that make you feel better?
Okay, here's the thing about you and feet. I said that I didn't look anything up, but I looked a little bit of stuff up. And I was really surprised by this. The DSM-5.
What is that?
Yeah, I know. I didn't know what it fucking was either. It is the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders.
Oh, no.
It's called the DSM-5. And this is from the American Psychiatric Association.
Mm-hmm.
The American Psychiatric Association says that fetishistic disorders are much more common in males than in females. And in fact, the DSM-5 says that it appears almost exclusively in males. Which fucking worries me. Because I of the women that I've dated, I have dated more, probably 30 to 40% of them wanted to be choked.
Right. Okay.
Is that really common, or do I just attract women who want to be choked?
No, I think that's actually pretty common.
Where do you think that comes from?
If I had to guess, I personally am not someone that wants to be choked, to climax or to orgasm, but I definitely know women that do like that, and I don't know if it's something that they picked up on their own, during maybe masturbation or something of that nature, where they hold their breath and it helps them climax. But that's honestly where I think it stems from.
Do you think that's what it is?
Yes.
Holding your breath to climax?
Yes.
I have encountered a lot of females who like to be choked. And that, as a guy who serves both sides of the bar, that is not something I have ever encountered in a guy.
Really? That's interesting. Never. I honestly thought that was part of edging. I guess it isn't.
No, I know what edging is.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah, for some reason I thought.
Choking? Why did you think choking?
Or holding your breath or something. I don't know. Listen, okay, so when I knew we were doing this topic, I was thinking about it. And I have really always attracted mostly people with some type of fetish. I mean, dating back to my first kiss. That guy was into blood play. He wanted he wanted us to do some blood play, and I was not interested in that because I was a 16-year-old, junior in high school, and that was not my scene at the time. He also was into some bondage play, and I definitely think that led me into being into it because I definitely allowed that. The blood play, though, I drew the line there. And then the next guy I dated, he was into adult baby stuff and diapers. And then, so the list goes on there. I've also dated a guy that was into feet.
But what are you into?
I think mostly, I would say.
You like to be spanked.
I do like to be spanked.
I think
I
we
like
talked about
BDS.
it 4 episodes
Yeah.
now. This will be the 4th episode where you mentioned,
Yes,
like, how many
spanking,
episodes have
I
you been
liked-
on? Have you mentioned liking to be spanked on every episode that you've been on? I think maybe you have.
Maybe not everyone, but yeah, I like being spanked. I like I don't know. I kind of like playing both sides to it. Like I like dominating, but I also like being dominated. So I mean that whole thing, I guess. So any of that, I'm into it. The foot fetish thing, like I'm not like, ooh, let me see your feet, but I will definitely suck on your toes, suck on my toes. You know, like it feels good. I never knew. I had no clue that it felt good until I experienced somebody sucking on my toes. I'm like, oh,
Quit hitting that microphone stand.
sorry. I know. I was excited about talking about it. But yeah, I didn't.
Ashley's got her feet straight out right now.
Yeah, I had no idea.
You were in a posture of excitement right now.
Yeah.
Looking at your own feet.
Yeah. So, yeah, I had no idea that was something that felt good until, like, oh, God, I kicked the whole mic stand.
Jesus.
I had no idea that was something that felt good until I experienced it. And that's kind of where, I mean, I don't know. I've always been very open to trying things. Yeah, I mean, I've just been open to it, but it seems like I've attracted a lot of different kind of freaky people throughout my life.
Oh, I have too.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah,
But nobody's ever tried to suck on my toe. Well, probably because, you know, if you meet me, there's probably amongst the first 4 paragraphs,
Yes.
I'm just going to be like, I'm not into fucking feet. Like,
Yeah.
If that's your fucking thing.
yeah. No, I think at some point though, you made it clear, like, nope, feet, nope. I mean, like
No,
just knowing you.
I
Yeah.
fear feet like other people fear snakes and spiders. Like it's just like I promise you, I would rather be bitten by a snake than have my toe go in your mouth. And that's what's gonna happen.
That's insane.
I promise you I'd feel so much better about getting bit by a snake. And I don't fucking like snakes.
That's ridiculous.
I don't like anything.
So, okay. That's just
Okay.
it's crazy
All
to
right.
me. It's crazy.
Let's change lanes. I want to read this quote from this study that I looked up. I don't want to talk about it. There's been a lot of research, and there's actually been surprisingly a lot of research into why people develop particular fetishes.
Right.
So in 2013, there was a case study, actually, so it was just focused on one person. But in the abstract, and I'm going to admit to have not reading the entire fucking thing, I just read the goddamn abstract. Anyway, it says, quote, we present a case of female foot fetishism in a 3.5-year-old male child
What?
with a problem of getting excited when he sees a female leg or stockings. He tries to touch them with his mouth and genitalia.
Whoops.
His reactions to the interactions include words that I can't pronounce, flushing, dilated pupils, and penile erection.
What?
He had no history of physical or mental disorders with any signs of childhood abuse in his examinations, in spite of the apparent signs of neglect and low attention given by his parents. He was diagnosed with fetishism related to female leg, foot, and stocking, which is a rare condition in early childhood. So,
I would imagine.
if there's anything, if there's anything I hate more than feet, it's children. And so this is especially fucking horrifying to me. The fucking, like 3.5-year-old run around like licking feet and shit. Fuck.
Oh no, my dick touched your pantyhose.
With an erection? That's what it says. I mean, like, Jesus.
Yeah,
Talk about a fucking nightmare. A foot-licking infant with a boner.
I hate everything about that.
I hate more about it than you hate about it.
No.
Like, no, yeah. The Exorcist and that abstract are the two things that freak me out more than anything that I have ever come across. And I only came across this week. Jesus. You know what? It's good, though, that I can be this age and still get freaked out by something. After having perused bestiality forums and watched Mexican meth addict cartel members literally have their faces ripped off.
Dear God.
I can still be shocked.
Ugh.
3-year-olds with boners licking feet.
I mean, that's too much.
It is too much.
Dear God.
It's fucking awful.
Very much. Ugh.
Why did I even bring that? Oh.
You're about to tell me how much of a freak I am.
Oh, no. The reason I brought that up is that a lot of people point back, or not even a lot of people, a lot of studies point back to sexual fetishism in adulthood going back to experiences as a child.
Yeah.
There was a Vice reporter that I read an article by. Mm-hmm. He fessed up to having a foot fetish. And he knew exactly where it came from. And it was when he was an adolescent, a girl that he had a crush on left her shoes at his house.
I read that article.
And, he was like sniffing the shoes. What he didn't say was he was jerking off when he was sniffing the shoes. But,
right.
I guess you can't. Even reporting for Vice, you can't fess up to jerking off while you sniff a shoe.
Sniff some sneakers.
Yeah, but he ain't fooling fucking anybody. As soon as I read that, I was like, he was fucking jerking off.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is there something in your childhood is there any kind of is there like a memory of a foot or anything? You were telling me earlier.
Yeah, okay. Well, but this sounds so creepy.
Well, no, fetishism origins are always fucking creepy. I mean, and that's why people don't talk about where they came from. Because I know what you're going to say. And yeah, it's creepy, but everybody's fetishes come from shit like this.
So, okay. My parents, and it just sounds so bad.
You massaged your parents' feet.
I did. I massaged my...
Because you told me this earlier. I'm sorry to just spill the fucking beans on your story.
My dad wore like steel-toed shoes, boots, whatever, for work, for the power company. And I remember, I really don't know where it came from, but I remember specifically taking my dad's shoes off and lotioning, and taking his socks off and lotioning his feet. And then I would also do that for my mom. She didn't have boots on, but I remember massaging and lotioning her feet. And then also, again, this sounds so creepy, but
well, no,
it's not creepy.
I get why you think it's creepy.
I don't think it's creepy.
Well, no, because you have a sex thing with feet now, and so this seems creepy to you. But I mean,
it's pretty innocent.
It was absolutely innocent.
Then, also, my dad would paint my mom's toenails, and then he also would paint my toenails. He does that for mom, I don't know, every summer, spring and summer. And then, I mean, forever, he would paint my toenails if I asked him to. And he, and he would trim my toenails and paint them. And that was really nice. It was a sweet gesture for him to do. And that's also something, I don't know, many dads that do things like that for their daughters, but I could kind of see, I guess, I don't know. It sounds creepy now that I'm saying it.
No, it doesn't.
But it was never sexualized. It was none of this was sexualized.
No, and I absolutely understand
but I can see where it made me comfortable with feet. I'm not feet are feet. They're there. That's not a big deal. I'm also somebody that's pretty comfortable with my body. I could be more comfortable with my body, in general, right? I could be more, but I'm pretty comfortable with my body. I don't think I don't sit around and go, oh, I'm so gross. Oh, look at this, look at that. Fuck that.
Yeah, like I do.
Yeah, you're really hard on yourself and it really frustrates me. Because, come on. But, yeah, so I'm very comfortable with the human body in general. And I always have been. I don't know. That's where it leads me in my head at this point is like, oh, was that really appropriate? But it was fine. It's nothing wrong with it.
No, it's absolutely fine. And
Right.
But what I'm getting, the only reason you think it's inappropriate,
It's because I like having my toes sucked.
yes.
Okay.
If you were me, that does not need to be qualified as
Okay.
a non-sexual story because it does not even strike me as remotely sexual because I'm not into feet. But you are, so you feel like you have to qualify that with it wasn't sexual.
You know, it's interesting. It's interesting you're saying I'm into feet because honestly, like, it's pretty low on my radar sexually. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not.
Well, why the fuck are we even doing this episode?
No, I'm just. Hold on. So, like, if I'm making love to somebody, right, and like we're into it, at some point, feet are going to come across my face.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like,
How
especially
fucking into it would you have to be?
getting up
having-
into somebody's business. They got their legs up in the air, flailing around, their feet's in the air. You gon' like, you want to kiss them, right? No?
with women?
Women or men? Who cares?
Who are you? What guy have you fucked where like you were having sex with him and his foot flew in your face? How does that even?
I mean, we're like rolling around in bed. What are you talking about?
And his foot hit your face?
Okay, no.
Like how the? Okay.
So, like, you want to kiss the feet, kisses. I don't fucking know.
It's not really so much that you want to kiss the foot as how the hell are you having sex with somebody and they
I
end
like
up
to, like-
like with their foot in your face like during the act?
No,
What
just
kind
like
of position do you have to be?
like in general. Like, I like to love people all like
All
I want to love
over.
them all over. Yeah, is that silly?
No.
No.
I mean, I don't know. The point was that a lot of like fetishes or, you know, things, not even fetishes, just things that you like as an adult come from these weird experiences that you have when a kid, when you were a kid. And if you spend too much time thinking about that, it gets unsettling.
Yeah. So you've mentioned that I like to be spanked a lot, right?
You've mentioned
And
that you
I've
like to be
mentioned it.
spanked a lot. Don't put that shit on me.
We've both mentioned that I like to be spanked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was like a heavily spanked child.
I can see that. If you're from a family with corporal punishment.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I can see you getting your ass whipped with a switch fucking daily.
So, So it was a belt. I got, spanked with a belt a lot. And I think the last time I got spanked by my parents, Mom spanked me. Get ready for this. I think I was 15 or 16.
What?
Yeah.
You got spanked? With at the very least the driver's permit.
Yes. Listen to why I fucking got spanked. I got spanked because I left my wet towel from my shower on the bathroom floor. So stupid. So dumb. And so I got a spanking for that. And the last, I don't even know how many, but the last few spankings I got, I would just turn around and go, "Are you done yet?" Like that, that was it. There's no tears. There's no pain. There's just like, okay, is it over? Are we done? Okay. And then that was it. So yeah, that was my spanking experience. But yeah, dude, I was spanked all the time. And I was grounded a lot and spanked a lot. It was stupid. But now I'm into it. Just not from my parents. That's ridiculous. I mean, I feel like, okay, come on. Spanking somebody over a wet fucking towel on the floor? Come on.
When they're 16?
Yeah. Or, yeah. At
Yeah,
15, 16. Yeah. And
Oh my God, I hope your mother never listens to this.
yeah, I have not mentioned this podcast to her for a
Please
reason. Don't get me started on my mother. We don't want to talk about it. I love her. She's great. She's wonderful. She needs therapy, just like I need therapy. That's all I have to say about my mom. Love her. She needs therapy. That's it. Were you spanked? Ever?
Oh, yeah. I get beat to hell and back with like a switch by my great aunt. The worst whipping I ever took, though, was when the cops came to the house and asked if I'd set a hotel on fire.
What?
Well,
Excuse me.
but yeah, I got 10 licks for that one.
Did you set a hotel on fire, Kevin?
Not on purpose.
Wait, what the fuck?
I have a bad history with fire. I also accidentally set a one-legged man's yard on fire one time. I don't remember if the cops had to come over for that one.
Was he a pirate?
Anyway, what the fuck are we talking about? Okay, we put it off long enough. We've taken several extended breaks, during which I've gotten
It's been a stressful
shit-faced.
Have you gotten shit? Like, really? Are you shit-faced?
A little bit,
A
yeah.
little bit, okay. I think we've all gotten a little shit-faced.
The only thing left, you know what, we're just fucking skip over it, but I was going to talk a little bit about celebrities who had foot fetishes. Elvis had a foot fetish.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Cool, but also
All right, let's just do the fucking thing.
maybe creepy. I go there, maybe creepy too.
Okay, I'm going to shave my toe.
Please don't shave your toe. Please don't do that. No. Oh my God.
Well, I won't. If,
This is
if
not
I was
necessary.
Gonna,
You don't
wanna
have to.
suck on like
You understand?
man toe hair.
You
How
underst-
fucking gross is that?
Dude, hello.
I'm gonna shave my toe.
Please. Oh my God. It's so unnecessary. Is body hair that like repulsive? It's not that repulsive to me.
No, body hair's not toe hair.
Toe hair is
Toe
not.
hair.
Toe hair. Okay, Kevin, stop.
Just let me shave my toe.
Kevin,
I'll feel better about it if.
is this going to go on the show? You shaving your toe?
Yes, we're gonna. This is gonna be the first podcast ever where somebody shaved their toe live. Well, I mean, it's only like 5 hairs. It's not like I have like. It's
Right.
not like. It's not like I have hair on the bottom.
All right, that was unnecessary.
Oh, well, it makes me feel better.
Okay, well, fine.
Okay.
It's just you just shaved your big toe, right?
I've shaved my toe, washed my foot. I've been walking around with my big toe up in the ear.
That's so unnecessary. I still say that's unnecessary.
And I am also going to put you at like, okay, so my foot has to be at the maximum extent
yeah.
that it can be so that I don't reflexively kick you in the face.
He's about to kick my teeth out. That's
No, that's why I'm extinct. Okay.
Okay.
So you have to move to there. Okay, so I've got my
Yeah.
legs straight out.
He's tall too, so yeah. No, okay.
You know, Jaden, the nurse from Utah,
Yeah.
was messaging me just now. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I was talking about how upset. I don't even like you touching my.
I just touched his foot trying to steady it, and he has pulled his leg away.
Okay, there's a.
I didn't touch your toenails.
Grateful, don't.
Yeah, yes. You should be grateful, Kevin. That's right.
But if you can't, don't.
He can handle it. He can handle it.
Okay,
Which is
after another break, I am even more drunk now, and let's just fucking do it. You were at a. I've shaved my toe. You were
Yes.
at a length from me that I cannot reflexively kick you.
Okay.
Just fucking do it.
It's not that bad.
Okay, well, no, before you do it.
He can't even. He can't stand me touching his toes like his
Well,
feet.
okay, but before you do it, like, try to not do anything with your mouth where it makes.
You don't want me to breathe on it.
Well, no, don't do anything where it makes like an outward motion on my toenail because we were talking about the thing.
oh,
my
right,
nail.
okay.
So I'll feel like I have to push it back in if you so. Be careful about the toenail. Like if you do anything
Okay.
with it, like it
Did I do anything with it just then?
Well, no, you haven't done anything yet. Like, you just touched my foot.
I did touch
And then
your
I
foot.
forgot to tell you that, so I pulled it away. Okay.
Okay, I'm not gonna bite your toenail out. I'm not gonna pull on it. I'm not gonna like punch it or anything like
Well,
that.
it's not a matter. I don't think that you're going to pull my toenail out. It's just that I have a thing about my nails.
You're weird about your nails. I know. Like even your fingernails are weird. I remember. I know. Okay.
Okay, just do it.
You're so silly.
Oh, no.
That was ridiculous. I've never had like such a rigid toe in my mouth.
Thank you for listening to episode 33. Where is the line?
Who holds their toe out like that? Nobody holds their toe. Maybe like
People that don't like having their toe sucked, that's about to get their toe sucked, hold their feet out like that.
I didn't even suck your toe. I barely licked your toe, and
It
you were,
was in your mouth, like for like 3-4 seconds.
no, it was no, it
Well,
wasn't.
it was enough. I did it. I fucking did it.
And
it
you
counts.
hated it. You hated it.
Thank you for listening to episode 33. Where's the line? If you enjoyed the show, please be sure to subscribe to it so you don't miss the next one. The next one will probably be better.
Kevin was so not into that.
I
Dear
will
God.
definitely not be having my toe sucked. on
Y'all,
that episode.
anybody that's hooking up with Kevin, please suck on his toes. If you are listening to this podcast, suck on his toes and pull on them toenails.
Pull on them toenails.
Yeah, that was really southern sounding. That was
Jesus Christ.
ridiculous.
We're just going to read a couple of reviews and call it a day.
Shut up.
We've got 3 reviews to
Oh.
relate to you. We're going to skip the voicemails this time and play those next time because it's just been enough has happened. This first review is...
Did I have I perved you out?
Well, you haven't perved me out, but I do feel like my toenail still feels like it's coming out. Anyway,
This is ridiculous.
our first review is one of my favorite ones that I have ever gotten, and I posted a screenshot of it on Instagram today.
It's a good one.
Because this is the best description of our show I think I've ever heard.
Yes.
Dogs and Bugs writes, so good. There are a few things I love about being an RVT, which is a registered veterinary technician. I hug dogs all day. I practically wear PJs to work. We sit on the floor a lot. And we also deal with a lot of abscesses, which makes it really fun if you're the kind of person that enjoys watching abscesses get popped. This podcast is a lot like watching abscesses get popped, but for your ears.
Nice.
I really might add that to the website.
It's really good. And I love abscesses. I love watching shit get popped.
You know, I really don't.
I know.
I would rather watch somebody get their throat cut than watch it get popped.
See, I would much rather watch it get popped.
I mean,
Oh.
it doesn't freak me out like the toe thing does, but like,
I'm into it. I'm into that deeper than I'm into sucking toes.
I feel like Facebook thinks I'm the kind of person who's into that because every day there's like, this person has 1 billion blackheads and we're gonna pop them all.
Yeah.
I get
Dr.
those
Pimple
videos all the
Popper.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I never watch them.
Oh, I'm here for it. Every day.
I forgot where we did not even get all the way through this review.
That's cool. Let's keep going.
This podcast is a lot like watching abscesses get popped, but for your ears.
Nice.
It's always a happy day when I see a new episode pop up in my feed. Brutal, but always presented with humor and compassion. Please keep them coming.
Except for this episode. Was there any compassion?
No,
No.
but she hadn't heard this episode at the time that she wrote the review.
Yeah, it's a sweet review. Thank you so much.
Our next review comes from Katie, your favorite nurse.
Ew.
Oh, that's mighty presumptuous of Katie.
Oh.
I think I know a lot of nurses.
Yeah, we know.
I do love Katie.
We know that's Katie.
Yeah. But, well, we've never met Katie. She's one of the Utah nurses. But also Jaden.
Mm-hmm. He just messaged me. He told me to take it easy on you.
Well, Jaden we should have just zoomed at
He's
Jaden.
so cute.
Yeah.
I love him. Happy late birthday, Jaden, by the way. I missed your birthday. Happy late birthday. Katie, yes.
My favorite. You know what, Katie? You're my favorite nurse. Katie, my favorite nurse, writes, I heart this show. Kevin, I love your voice and quirks and even your eyebrows. I love the original subject matter and I love your co-hosts. Ashley! Exclamation point.
Woo woo! Getting some love.
And Samantha and Jamie, great job at keeping... Well, no, I'm not like Skilly. No, did that sound like a...
No, it's good. There's multiple co-hosts. That's
No,
fine.
she's listened to all the episodes. She knows all the co-hosts.
Yeah, she knows what's up. I love that.
Ashley! Exclamation point. And Samantha and Jamie.
Woo!
Great job at keeping Kevin from getting too serious and keeping him on his toes. She didn't even know about this episode. She mentioned toe in that.
Yummy.
Please never quit. Much love to you all.
Oh, thanks, Katie.
Thank you so much, Katie. I'm sorry that we turned that into such a complicated experience as we have done with everything else to fucking day.
I'm drunk. Yeah, Katie's nice. So's Jason. I like them. Okay, another review. Let's go.
One more review.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do an all three. These are our last three reviews. This one comes from Nerd Love Forever. Nerd Love Forever writes, still haven't found the line. I first found out about the podcast from an Instagram page called It Came From Under the Bed, and I've been listening ever since. I listen on my way to work in the morning while... I listen on my way to work. I listen on my way to work in the morning while inhaling my breakfast and first coffee of the day.
Nice.
I'm a huge fan of the macabre, so I still haven't found the line. But I sure have enjoyed the Sir Twill.
Aw.
Again, someone who has not yet heard this episode. It also helps that Kevin has a fantastic voice.
Oh my goodness. They're just really eating that voice up.
I'm blushing a little bit about it.
Yeah, I see.
Keep up the great work. You make my morning a little more horrifying, but also a little more bearable.
Maybe a little more sexy. It seems like everybody likes your voice, Kevin. I mean, it really does seem that
I've
way.
developed a lisp for no fucking reason. And people have pointed it out. Every now and then I'll just start fucking lisping.
Yeah,
What the fuck is that about?
I don't know.
Anyway, thank you all so much for listening. We'll see you again soon.
Deuces.
Kids, when you go to bed, stay away from your closets and don't look under your bed.